Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Monday Night Jayromoda. Tonight we're in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where we have a big night in store for you all. Tonight, former champion Goro Akechi takes on the current men's Nexus champion Gundham Tanaka in a Falls Count Anywhere headliner. Meanwhile, the women's tag team division gets a bit of a break as Sena and Chie face off. Akihiko Sanada teams up with Shinjiro Aragaki as Akihiko looks to fight off his injury from last week, and we have a triple threat match to start off the night. So get ready for a chaotic night of matches, because this is Jayromoda. And here we go, starting off our night with a triple threat match. Introducing first, representing Torna,
making her way to the ring, representing the Acolytes from Pangea, Patera.
it is Patroka. Patroka's still trying to find her place in these divisions. Not really liking how easy the Universal, or not the Universal, excuse me. Not really liking how easy the Cruiserweight division is. And yet struggling immensely in the Universal division, so just kind of jumping in between as she sees fit. And for her opponents, introducing first, she is your women's Cruiserweight champion, representing C's, Aigis.
And her opponents, first from Kamakura, Kanagawa, Japan, the Women's Impact Cruiserweight Champion, Aran.
And last but certainly not least, it is the ultimate Aikido master. It is Tenko Chabashira. And Tenko, after a year in the tag team division where she really only had one win, that was with Himiko Yameno, looking much at home in the Cruiserweight division. And here we go, all three women ready. Referee rings the bell, and Patroka immediately tripping Aigis, and now locking up with Tenko, who sets her down with a belly-to-belly suplex, and Aigis going to break that up. Aigis sending Tenko into the corner. Patroka sending Aigis down. Tenko back up to her feet, and a belly-to-back suplex. Aigis with a double leg dropkick, and now here comes Patroka with a belly-to-back suplex of her own. Picking up Aigis, knee to the jaw, and here comes Tenko. Reversed by Patroka with a running big boot right to the forehead just to make sure. Aigis back in, kick to the spine. And now creating a little bit of distance between herself and Tenko. There's a snap suplex. Patroka sending Aigis down, stomp to the back of Tenko. And Patroka sending, or walking Tenko, but Tenko elbowing out. And now Aigis up. And a neck breaker. Patroka heading underneath the ring. Aigis going for the cover. There's a 2 count. Tenko kicks out. Aigis now along the outside. Looking for a toy, getting a kendo stick. Tenko getting out of the way. Patroka's leg drop. And now sending Aigis over the top rope. Immediately speared by Patroka. Aigis with a top rope Hurricane Rana. And now Tenko with a baseball bat. Kind of. Not really. Patroka sending Aigis right into the referee. Sliding knee to the gut from Tenko. Now Patroka with a neck breaker against Tenko. Strong right hand, now Tenko. Rolling up, Aigis going for the cover, only 1. Stomp to the wrist. Stomp to the upper arm. Leg drop missed. Aigis creating separation. Walking Patroka, immediately getting elbowed. And now Aigis sent to the outside. Patroka just smashing down on Tenko. Now Patroka with a kendo stick, bashing Tenko over the head with it, and now going over to Aigis. Aigis rolling out of the way, and Zagiri. Aigis tossing Patroka. Tenko forcing Patroka up to her feet. Patroka, though, with the reversal. Aigis staring down at her 2 competitors. Grabbing the kendo stick. Running around. Catching Patroka from behind. But Patroka not distracted for long. Aigis tossing the Tornin back into the ring. Okay, technically she's a flesh eater, but whatever. Member of Torna, that's what I meant. Aigis back into the ring. Staring down Tenko, who goes underneath the ring, gets a chair. Enzagiri from Aigis. And now Tenko. What is she looking for? Stomp to the wrist. now Tenko looking for the finisher. There's a release suplex, and now Patroka with the chair. Aigis going, or Tenko going for the cover. Not exactly the best timing. Shot right to the neck. Aigis up to her feet, grabbing the chair. Staring down at her opponents, throwing the chair at Patroka. Spinning turnstile elbow, and now Aigis, the only one up on her feet. Leg DDT. Forcing Patroka back up to her feet. Right hands. The uppercut slap right into the chair. And now Patroka turning Aigis around. Aigis with a reversal. Patroka with a reversal right back. Tenko back into the ring. Looking for a tag team or a double team against the champion. Swinging neck breaker. Patroka going for the cover. Immediately broken up by Tenko. Twice. Tenko just tossing Patroka around. Going for the cover. Aigis up to her feet. Breaks that up. This is still anyone's match. Belly-to-belly suplex. Aigis to the outside. Tenko throwing Patroka into the referee. Running clothesline, sending the referee down on accident. And now Tenko doesn't really know what to do. I think our plan was to go for the cover, but with the referee down, there's no one to count. Another kendo stick. Just chucking it at Tenko. Just stomping, both women stomping down at Patroka. Another double team against the champion. Knife edge chops to the chest. And now Patroka with a power slam, and now Aigis from behind. Tossing Patroka into the corner now, going for a kill steal, going for a pin steal. There's one. Aigis with a neck slam. Patroka turning Aigis around, up, over the shoulders. Snake bite right into the corner, but here comes Tenko back up to her feet. Irish whip looking for the tackle. A little bit too eager, and now going for the cover against Aigis. Patroka just staring down. Breaks it up. And now Aigis back up to her feet, getting the kendo stick. And yep, gonna break that up. And now Aigis with the enziguri. Again, the only one up on her feet, but Patroka with a reversal. Or rather, with a dodge. Punt right to the spine. Picking up Tenko. Rolling victory stomp. Aigis up top. Patroka trying to get her down. Will not. There's a shooting star press. And the cover from Aigis. Not even a 1 count. Patroka stomping down on Tenko. Stomping down on the wrist. Aigis slow back up to her feet. Tenko just unable to really do anything. Patroka stuffing that takedown. Aigis rolls out of the way, but knocking out of that sliding knee. Tenko slow to her feet, but up to her feet nonetheless. Tenko stopping that corner attack, and now going for the cover after that suplex. Not even a 1 count again. Tenko rolling through. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. And let's watch the replays as I catch my breath.
Here is your winner, Tenko.
And after a long, grueling triple threat, it is Tenko off a reversal. Just rolling up Aigis, throwing up a hope and a prayer, and ends up getting the win. And for our next matchup of the evening, introducing first, he is your newest. Well, not newest is relative. Men's Universal Champion, Jin.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Acolytes. From Pangea, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Men's Impact Universal Champion, Jin.
And Jin barely squeaking by his match against Zenkichi Hasegawa last week. Can he perform better this week? That is the question.
And his opponent from Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 300 pounds, Dr. England.
And his opponent, it is Dr. Eggman. And after Jin's very close win last week, Eggman looking to take advantage and do a Zenkichi couldn't. And here we go, both men ready? And a referee rings the bell. They both run right at each other. Jin looking for a clothesline, just bouncing right off of Eggman. And Eggman rolling the champion up. Only one count now, toss into the corner, right hand. There's a one, and again, only one. Eggman just picking up Jin, tossing him to the side, and a stomp to the back of the leg. Eggman picking up Jin, tossing him over the back. Eggman in the corner, getting Jin up to his feet, over into a cradle position, just walking from one corner to the other, tossing the champion aside. And going for the cover, there's two. And now Jin with a cross, or the clothesline, excuse me, actually connecting and just using Eggman's momentum against him. Trapping the arm. Stomping down on the hand. Eggman back up to his feet, right hand to the back of the head, and now Jin. The clothesline to the back of the neck. And again, just stomping down at Eggman. Going for the cover. Only one, not even. Jin sending Eggman for a run. And a suplex. Split leg stomp to the gut. Eggman trying to get back up to his feet. Uppercut to the stomach. Irish whip and a clothesline. Now Eggman back on the offense. Picking up Jin over the shoulder. Jin fights his way out. And a stomp to the upper arm this time. The back of the upper arm. The tricep area, I believe that is. Now looking for a rolling neck snap. Eggman gets out of the way. Just tossing Jin. Kick to the gut. Jin again, the reversal. Knee, the clothesline. And Jin, is he signaling for something? I thought that was going to be a springboard Superman punch, but no, it was just a springboard DDT. Going for the cover, there's two. Eggman kicks out. Jin tossing Eggman out onto the apron. And now Jin, what is he looking for here? The RKO and the cover. 1, 2, 3. And again, 2 weeks in a row where the challengers, and these weren't title matches, but 2 weeks ago the challengers had really good chances, but Jin just managing to come through.
Here is your winner, Jin!
And again, not the cleanest win for the champion, like I said, but a win is still a win. And now for our only tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is Yosuke Hanamura and Yu Narukami, Brosona.
At a combined weight of 289 pounds, and Yusef Anna the Blue Blood.
And their opponents. Introducing first,
And their opponents,
it is Shinjiro Aragaki.
Japan, weighing in at 161 pounds, Sergio Eric Army.
And Shinjiro a little bit reluctant to take up this match. Mostly considering the state that his friend and partner is in. But here he is regardless. There's really no backing down now, not that Shinjiro would even consider that. And his partner. He is your current men's cruiserweight champion. The one to finally put down the undefeated Akechi. It is Akihiko Sanada.
Japan, weighing in at 173 pounds, the Men's Impact Cruiserweight Champion, Akira Ebata.
And here we go. Hanamura, Aragaki the first in the ring, and refereeing the bell. Shinjiro immediately running towards Hanamura, hitting him with a clothesline, and now going for the cover. There's one. Hanamura kicks out. Pulling back on Hanamura. Just crank on the neck. Hammer punches to the shoulders. Stomping down on the chest. And Shinjiro, despite not really having much tag team experience, doing well to keep Hanamura in the ring. Diving elbow drop connects. And tossing into the corner, tagging in Akihiko, who, as you may see, has his right arm fully bandaged up. And using that arm, using the fractured arm as a weapon, probably not the smartest idea. Yosuke with a back elbow, diving knee. I mean, backstage, as Hanamura's working on that arm that's already injured. Backstage, Akihiko telling me that the reason why he suggested to doing this tag team with Shinjiro is to make sure that he's in fighting form. There's one, there's two. Yosuke kicks out. Although he also told me not to say that on air, so whoops. And now tagging out Shinjiro back in. And here we go, Shinjiro up top. Lining up, diving tomahawk, missed. And now Yosuke tossing Shinjiro into the corner, tagging in Narukami. Almost said Nakamura. Nope, Narukami. And a diving axe handle drop. Kick to the chest. Chicken wing. Sit out power slam. And another power bomb. Shinjiro going for the cover. There's 1, 2. And now Narukami just completely stuffing that tag attempt, picking up Shinjiro over the back. And the alligator rolls now pulling back on the neck. Picking up Shinjiro. And a running neck snap. Wrist clutch stomping on the kidneys. And now hammered or a wrist clutch, double knees. Double tag out. Akihiko now with a diving DDT. Standing shooting star press. Hanamura getting the knees up. An Irish whip. Enzigiri. Stomp to the arm. Pulling back, hammer or a headlock. Akihiko fights out. And a slugging right hand. Now Akihiko heading up top. Although I wonder how much damage he's doing to his own body. Diving clothesline. And the cover, there's one. Narukami breaks it up. And now Akihiko sending Yosuke down, going for the cover. There's one. There's two. No. Taking in Shinjiro. Hanamura crawling to the corner, taking in Narukami. Stomping down on Shinjiro, going for the cover. There's only one. And now Narukami dragging Shinjiro away from the ropes. Cloverleaf arm, cross arm headlock. Akihiko breaks it up. Now Shinjiro with a power slam going for the cover. Yeah, Hanamura's gonna break that up. Shinjiro takes out Akihiko back in. Elbow drop. Standing shooting star press. And now looking for a moonsault that Narukami gets out of the way of. But a reversal on the Irish whip, and again using that fractured arm as a weapon. Satellite DDT. And a neck buster from Hanamura heading up top. The spiral tap and the cover. Shinjiro's in the ring to break it up. Now heading to the corner, tagging in Narukami. Narukami looking for the finish. Chicken wing neck breaker and the cover. 1, 2, 3. And a great tag team showing from Shinjiro and Akihiko. They certainly have the chemistry for it to make a good tag team, but unfortunately, not getting win on debut. But throughout the entire match, I'm just wondering how much is Akihiko damaging his own body by even being in this match. The doctors did warn him not to compete in this match. So I don't know. And a big win for Brosona after a disappointing loss to Torna, but I wonder if they can take that momentum forward or if this is basically like a one-time thing. Or not a one-time thing, but, you know, like a rarity. And for our next matchup, it is a champion versus champion matchup.
Following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the future, the Women's Impact Universal Champion, Samus Aran.
It is the intergalactic bounty hunter herself, Samus Aran. And her opponent, representing the Mech Femmes,
And her opponent, representing the Grinders from the Queen City, one half of the Women's Impact Tag Team Champions, Lockhart.
it is Tifa Lockhart. And here we go, both women ready. And ref rings the bell. They meet in the middle with Samus immediately beginning with a running, a diving clothesline. Tifa the reversal. Almost said Charlotte. Samus the reversal right back. Tifa the reversal. And now rolling up Samus. Not even one. Ankle lock from a Tifa, but Samus fighting that away with a rope break. And by that I mean getting her leg caught on the rope, immediately initiating a rope break. And now Tifa stomping down on the hand. And just waylaying down on Samus, trying to get her back up to her feet. And a springboard double leg dropkick just knocking the distance. And now Irish whip and Zagiri. And the gut-wrenching slams. And a knee right to the jaw. Tifa getting Samus back up to her feet. Now heading to the corner. Axe handle drop, picking up Samus back up to her feet. And now Tifa with a running hip attack. Heading up top. Staring down the bounty hunter. And look for a dropkick. Samus gets out of the way. Tifa the punch right to the gun. Now they're spinning back heel kick. And the cover to put this one away quick. There's two Samus kicks out. And a satellite DDT sending the referee down. Kick right to the spine. And Tifa catching that kick, sending Samus down. And now just working on Samus. Looking for that submission, but, well, one, the referee is down, and two, still a bit early in this match. And now Tifa. Looking for a signature, but the referee gets in the way, and now Samus with a donkey kick right to the back of the head. Dragging Tifa away from the ropes. Cover. One. And now Tifa trying again. The hip attack. And still not going for the cover. Instead, the cardiac kick. And the cover. Or the, excuse me, and the, not the cover. The submission hold from behind, just locking up Samus, looking to put this one away via tap out. And she does. Oh, look at you, Tifa, not letting go at the very moment of any resistance. And Tifa with the surprise to most people in this arena. What do we call this, an upset? I don't actually know. Personally, I would say that the matchup was a little bit too close to be considered an upset, but it was definitely an underdog victory.
Here is your winner, Tifa.
Oh my god, excuse me. And Tifa getting the adoration of the crowd. And a huge victory for her. Yeah, she still got it. If there's any question left in your mind that Tifa, whether or not she can perform in a singles match, the girl still got it. And for our penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, representing the Twin Dragons, it is Chie Satonaka.
Dragons from Japan,
And her opponent,
representing the Midnight Express from the Queen City,
representing Silver Flame, it is Sena. Here we go, Chie, Sena. First in the ring, referee rings the bell. And now Sena immediately beginning with a fisherman's submission, excuse me. You can take the tag team members out of the tag team match, but you cannot take the tag team match out of the tag team members. Both women locking each other up. Chie overpowering Sena, pushing her back into the corner, referee having to break them up. Chie with a strong right hand. Foot right to the neck. And Chie just stomping down on Sena, sending her up. Alley-oop powerbomb in the corner. Stomp to the ankle. Chie sending Sena for an Irish whip, double leg drop kick. And now heading up top. Trying to get the girl with the gall up to her feet. Sena steps out of the way. And a jumping facebuster. Kick to the spine. And Sena sending Chie for an Irish whip. Pop up. Facebuster. Now Sena going for the cover. There's one. Chie kicks out. And the ground and pound. Sena rolling Chie around. Knee to the back of the head. And a double A drop kick to the spine. Chie just stomping down on Sena. Irish whip. Arm drag. And Sena rolling to the ropes, using them to get back up to her feet, and now just tossing Chie over the top. Rolling her around. And a stump leg puller right in front of the announcer's booth. Now referee back at one. Chie walking Sena back into the ring. Rolling in after her. And going for the cover. Only one. Chie forcing Sena up to her feet. Big kick to the side of the head, but Sena pushing that around, going for a roll-up. That's an immediate rope break. But Sena forcing Chie up top. Chie kicking her off, but Sena now with a... I was going to say like a reverse backstabber. Double knees to the chest. And now a high cloverleaf hold. Trying to get Chie to tap. Not gonna get it. Not gonna get it. Sena walking the tightrope. Double A drop kick to the shoulder. Chie to the outside, looking to regroup. Heading back in. Sena up top. And here's Chie just staring her down. And just tossing Sena off. Going for the cover. There's one. Chie sending Sena for an Irish whip. Double A drop kick. Sends her down. Elbow drop to the chest. And Chie looking to finish swinging this match back into her favor. Forcing Sena into a seated position. Looking for a kick, but Sena gets out of the way. Over the shoulders now. Chie bounced off the top rope. Sena up top. Staring down Chie. And a crossbody sends her down, going for the cover. 1, 2, no. Sena rolling next snap. Chie fights out. And looking for the tornado kick, but Sena gets out of the way. And now Sena looking to come back. The clotheslines. Chie trying the kick. Sena catching that. And now another High ankle cloverleaf hold. Are we going to get 2 tap outs in a row? No. Sena walking Chie into the northeast corner. Chie fights down. But Sena, again, double knees to the chest. Always have a backup plan. Going for the pin. There's 2, there's 3.
Here is your winner,
And a fantastic back and forth match between these two. But only one can come out on top. And that is the girl with the gall, Sena. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Tokyo.
It is Goro Akechi.
Weighing in at 154 pounds, Gundham Tanaka.
And excuse me for my hiccups tonight. I don't know what's going on. And I do know what's going on. I get hiccups whenever I drink soda, but whatever. Enough about my woes, and yeah. Akechi, trying to find an adjective for him, but I cannot find one that is strong enough. I was gonna say agitated, but that's not quite right. That's not quite enough. Aggressive, yeah, no, that's not enough either. Yeah. And his opponent. He is your men's Nexus champion. It is the Dark Lord of Destruction, Gundham Tanaka. And both men ready for this main event. Falls Count Anywhere match. And they immediately lock up. Gundam slipping out from behind. Looking to be the first one, well, the second one rather, since 2024 to defeat Akechi. Cranking back on the neck. Of course, you know, the first being Akihiko, but I have to look back. I really do not remember who Akechi lost to before Aki. And again, locking each other up after that technical battle. And now wrist clutch from Gundam. Akechi trying to get out of it to turn it around, but Gundam just pulling on the arm, keeping Akechi where he is. And now headlock. Working on the neck. Just cranking on it. Again, just keeping Akechi trapped. And Akechi eventually getting out. Sending Gundam for an Irish whip. And looking for a back elbow, but nothing happening. Again, locking up. Akechi just stomping down on the hand. Running crossbody. And trying to get Gundam back up to his feet. Gundam along the apron. Double leg dropkick finds the mark. Picking up Akechi. Sending him down on his neck. And here we go, Irish whip. Scoop slam. Middle rope and a diving spear. And now Gundam, setting up Akechi in a sharpshooter. And Akechi finds the escape, elbow to the chest. And Akechi stomping down on the hand. Stomping down on the top of the shoulder. Turning Gundam around, up, over, and a snake bite. Going for the quick cover. There's 1, 2. Gundam kicks out. Gundam back up to his feet, but woozy. Akechi from behind, diving axe handle punch. But Gundam kicking him off. Turning Akechi around, Akechi with a reversal. Victory roll, double stomp. And looking for the finisher. Gundam slipping out, but tripping. And Akechi with the neck breaker. Akechi with a bell clap. Trapping Gundam, spinning power slam. And here's the cover. There's a 1, 2, no. And now Akechi with a crossbody. And we still haven't even left the ring, and now the lights are out. Gundam from behind, turning Akechi around. The demonic drop of darkness. And the cover, 1. If Gundam wants to win this. I was going to say win this or pin Akechi. He will absolutely have to keep working. And another pin attempt. There's 2. Akechi kicks out. Just brazenly popping the shoulder. Is that the word I'm looking for? Brazen? I don't know. And now Gundam up top, double leg dropkick. Let me look it up. Yeah. I mean, it works. And now Gundam just sending Akechi down, double A dropkick to the ribs. And now locking in an armbar. Are we gonna see a tap out? As soon as I started that sentence, Akechi just rolling that up. Irish whip. Suplex. And sending Gundam for another run. Over the top. Nothing there. Neck breaker. And now Gundam to the corner. Not quite liking not quite liking his prospects. Instead, sending Akechi over the top rope, and finally, they remember that falls, in fact, count anywhere. Stomping the hand, and now Gundam. Looking for something here. Another demonic drop of darkness. The DDD. And the cover. The 1, 2, 3. And Akechi quickly fading. And Gundam having to fight back a little bit more than I think he was expecting, but keeping it close throughout the entire match, and sometimes that's what you have to do. Sometimes to win, you just have to not lose. And that's exactly what Gundam did. And the move that put this match away for good. And giving Akechi a loss to his second opponent in 2 years.
Here is your winner, a demon, Gundam
And as you watch the celebration, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you on Wednesday for Wingcrest and Friday for Eclipse. But until then, we are signing out from Minneapolis, Minnesota. See ya.